Questions without notice. Are there any questions? And I give the call to the Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Before the election, the Prime Minister promised cheaper electricity prices, cheaper gas prices and cheaper mortgages. Since the election, the Prime Minister has mentioned nothing in relation to those promises. Instead, your actions have delivered the opposite. Now, to make a bad situation worse, you're imposing a job-destroying industrial relations system at exactly the wrong time for our economy. Why, like Kevin Rudd and Julia Gillard, does this Prime Minister get every economic call wrong?
Give the call to the Prime Minister. The Minister for Skills.
I thank the Leader of the Opposition for his first question in 3 days and congratulate him on getting that decision through his Tactics Committee. I did think that I know Matthew Guy wants him to have a vow of silence, and he's not welcome in Victoria, but I welcome the Leader of the Opposition here to ask a question about industrial relations, because his deputy said yesterday, said it a couple of times, we think the entire bill is terrible. That is their position on industrial relations. The entire bill is terrible. Well, let's have a look at what they say is terrible in the legislation. Putting gender equity and job security at the heart of the Fair Work Commission's decision-making. Putting it in the objectives of the Act, they say that's terrible. Banning pay secrecy clauses, a tool which has been used to hold down women's pay in particular. That's terrible as well. Giving the Commission the expertise and the powers to end the historic inequality between the pay and conditions in female-dominated care and community sectors and the pay and conditions enjoyed by the rest of the workforce. They say that's terrible as well. Expanding access to flexible work arrangements,
Leader of the Opposition,
particularly for women. They say that's terrible as well. Especially prohibiting sexual harassment in the Fair Work Act. They say that's terrible as well. Placing new limits on rolling fixed-term contracts so workers can't be effectively put on an endless probation period where they have no security whatsoever. That's terrible as well. Bolstering the ability of workers to recover unpaid entitlements. They say that's terrible as well. Banning job ads that advertise for below the relevant minimum pay rate. Do they support that? No, they say that's terrible. Strengthening anti-sham contracting laws. Do they support that? No. They say, guess what? That's terrible as well. Reforming the Better Off Overall test so that it's simple, flexible and fairer for both workers and for business. They say it's terrible as well. The same mob that said a $1 an hour pay increase for people on the minimum wage was reckless and dangerous, and lecturing us about industrial relations. Well, we on this side of the House stand for increased productivity, stand for supporting business, but we also stand for supporting workers' wages.